Mr. Sung came into the lobby and shook hands. Wexford would be ready, please, by 7, for an open-air showing of a film about the history of the Revolution. "Oh, no, thank you," said Wexford. "Too many mosquitoes. I won't sit in the open, inviting them to vampirize me." "I see. Light. You come to cinema in hotel and see Shanghai Girl and Charlie Chaplin in Great Dictator. Shanghai Girl, very good Chinese film about construction workers. I sit next to you, you don't miss Dolly. Wouldn't you rather be at home with your wife and your baby?" Mr. Sung shook Wexford's hand once more. "I do my job. Light?" Cold air blew unevenly over Wexford from the air-conditioner as he made himself, with water from the thermos flask that was one of the amenities of his room, half a pint of green tea. He couldn't stomach the lemonade you were expected to pour hourly into yourself to combat dehydration. He drank green tea all the time. Presently he went down to the dining room, where he would eat at a table by himself, with his own private fan, discreetly half-concealed from the only other foreign contingent, Italians sitting at the next broad, round table by a bamboo screen. Wexford sat down, and the girl began bringing him platters. Chicken and bamboo shoots in ginger sauce, peanuts fried in oil, bright green, nearly raw spinach, fried pumpkin, and fried fish. He could still hardly believe that after 2 weeks in China that he, Reg Wexford, a country policeman, was here in Tartary, in Cathay, had walked the Great Wall, set foot on the stone boat in the Summer Palace, touched the scarlet columns in the Temple of Heaven, and was now touring southwards, seeing as many marvels as Lu Tsing-shi would permit. When Howard Fortune of Scotland Yard, who was Wexford's dead sister's son, had told a family gathering he was going to China in the summer of 1980, his uncle felt envy. Howard would spend a good deal of time over the conference table advising the Chinese government on crime prevention and detection, but he would still have leisure to explore, and all his life Wexford had wanted to see the Forbidden City. Howard was a cadaverous giant of a man, whose parents-in-law lived in Hong Kong. After the China trip, he would be joining his wife in Hong Kong. What would his Aunt Dora think of joining Denise out there for 2 or 3 weeks? "Reg too?" Dora said quickly. "Can't be done," Howard said, shaking his head. "I shall need him in Peking." And now, while Howard, the amateur antiquarian, prowled about Peking at his ecstatic leisure, and the other team members hastened back to Britain, Wexford was enjoying 2 weeks of annual holiday. The Great Dictator was dubbed in Chinese. Wexford stuck it for 10 minutes. It seemed to him that all the children in Changsha must be in the cinema, laughing so much they nearly fell off their mothers' laps. He excused himself to Mr. Sung and strolled out into the street, where the air had a warm, dusty feel to it. The city was dimly lit, a warren, exotic and fantastic, without the least pretension to beauty. The crowds that thronged the streets were friendly people, too polite to stare, though their children looked and pointed and giggled at this blue-eyed giant. 10 o'clock is the middle of the night, when you have to be up again at 6. Wexford headed back for the river and the hotel, made himself tea and went to sleep. It was on the following day that he first saw the woman with the bound feet. She wasn't the first woman of her kind he had seen. The first had been in Peking. A tiny little old woman, dressed in a black jacket and trousers, clasping a stick in one hand and with the other holding the arm of her daughter, for she could do no more than hobble. Her feet were like hooves, in black slippers, the size for a 5-year-old. Wexford had felt fascination, then revulsion. Foot-binding had come in about AD 500, hadn't it, and gone out again with the Kuomintang. They used to begin the tight bandaging of feet, turning the toes under and up into the sole, when a girl was little more than a baby, and the bones were pliable. Such was the power of fashion that no man wanted a wife with normal feet. A wife who could walk with ease. In the 1930s, the custom had been banned by law. Fascination conquered revulsion.